Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Divinity Original Sin 2. Today's episode we're going to talk to all these librarians.
You are Leonard Raw. You are a godwoken and a thief. You keep your secrets well, even from yourself.
Allow your keen mind to touch on his, let them resonate together.
You are Leonard Raw, godwoken, thief. If you can't earn a place in Lucian's shadow, you're going to steal it. You think you'll find advantage in the Forbidden Library. But first you have to steal the keys. Your tutors have one each, but you can't risk getting caught. You'd earn yourself a trip to the Chancellor's chamber, one from which you suspect you would not return.
Search his memory for the Chancellor's chamber.
Your best friend Redulus was your rival. You knew that he was weak. You made sure the Chancellor knew it too. And while your friend was in the Chancellor's secret room, you stole the capacitor from the Chancellor's own table. But then you heard a noise. You heard the sound of your best friend's murder. You fled. You hid the capacitors you had taken and set out to steal the rest. You were lurking here, plotting, when you were overtaken with a sense of love. You felt at peace. You felt Lucian's hand on your shoulder. You did not feel the sword blade enter your back. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for the spirit source. This yearning is not your... The hunger dies away. You pause. Lucian was the divine. Why would he want to harm anyone in the academy, from where his successor ought to rise?
A ruler who kills indiscriminately doesn't elicit sympathy. He should have known better.
Hard to believe the Divine did all that. Hardly worthy of the title, if you ask me.
I suppose it's not technically indiscriminately. I mean, the guy did attack him, or did steal from him, I guess, but...
The ghost's memories slip easily into your mind. His name is Candor, and he thinks he's ready to ascend. He thinks he can be godwoken, ready to step up should Lucian lose the war. He's wrong. He'll die. He did die before he even made it to the Chancellor to ask for permission to fight in the Arena of the One. And what's more, he was murdered.
Delve deeper.
You are Candor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. Your tutors disagree, but you want the Chancellor to hear your case. Instead, you find a man you've never met, a great and powerful sorcerer. And as his shadow falls upon you, you realize that this is Lucian the Divine himself. He gives you a smile of the utmost benevolence and grace, and you realize, as Candor, that you are far from ready. You turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors, but Lucian is too fast. He cuts you down. You're Candor the Godwoken, dead by the hand of the Divine.
Seems to be just murdering indiscriminately.
The hunger rises deep within you. The hunger...
Interesting. Going through murdering people. Inconspicuous contraption. And there's a button over here. Let's search this desk, why not? Eternal plate. That's useful. Empty bottle, I don't care. Chicken foot, I don't care.
The spirit of a rather old man dodders around, seemingly oblivious to the condition of the room. He turns and offers you a genial smile.
Ah, a new student. I admire your enthusiasm, but I'm just about to close the gallery for the evening. You'll have to return in the morning.
Ask who he is.
I am Master Trelly, curator of the gallery. I'll be here at your service, of course, as you carry out your studies, but there's time for that yet. I'm closing for the night, as I said.
Inquire about this place.
Oh, come now, surely you must have heard of the gallery. That's the repository for the godwoken tomes. All the powers that a godwoken needs are documented in these tomes. The gallery is the most important part of the whole academy as far as I'm concerned. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
I'm no student. It's not night, and this gallery of his is more like no more than ashes and rubble.
The ghost
I can
frowns
talk.
with confusion, then wags a reprimanding finger at you.
You're new, so I won't report your insolence, but you had better learn some manners if you hope to make use of the gallery. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
Check this one as well. Lucky charm, I'll take. Yeah. Annoying that this doesn't actually do what I want it to. I'm keeping all my plates in here. The reason being is that they're used to create eternal armor, which I may want to make later at a higher level. Apparently I can't get rid of the Black Ring Blade. Schematics. Although the schematics are written as an unfamiliar language, the diagram matched the workmanship of other Eternal artifacts you've seen. The idea that automatons were created by the Eternals seems likely.
Which one came next? Ah, yes.
Checking in my book bag. Hello, lizard. Cassali.
An intelligent-looking lizard. She gives you a haughty look, then turns away. A hunger rises deep within you. The hunger dies.
I'm gonna listen to Solsticer. I really don't like Solsticer, as you may have realized, from the fact that I do everything I can to annoy her. Let's see. Next we have Spirit
the
of
memories flow into you as
Tyan
water to a stream.
Grey.
You are Tarian Grey.
Tarian.
You are God-woken, but you will not be divine. You know this because you are in love with a colleague and rival. You are in love with Redulus, and he is in love with you. You have agreed to leave the academy together, but now Redulus is missing.
He was murdered.
Redulus went to see the Chancellor, and you have not seen him since. You're on your way to the Chancellor's chambers when a man's voice calls your name. Lucian the Divine cups your chin, and a gentle pain stabs your heart. Lucian smiles at you, and then is gone, and you worry so for Redulus.
Allow the understanding that she's dead to seep into her soul.
Believing it comes from her own mind, she realizes the truth. She was murdered by Lucian the Divine. Redulus too must be dead, or he would have come for her by now. She bows her head and cries. She knows Redulus went to see the Chancellor in his chambers. She did not know that Lucian was already there. She weeps.
I was hoping that would let her pass on. Oh, got a key to the storage room. Seems useful. And I think that's everybody? Yeah. That's all the ghosts in here, I think. Apparently I can loot all of these. I don't care about either of them. Don't care about blank sheets of paper. That one's weird. I can't actually search it. Equalize I'll take. In fact, I'll probably just learn that. Don't care about either of them. There's a button. Something happened.
I must check on the Chancellor.
Interesting. Oh, would you look at that? That was just pure trial and error that I got on literally the first try. That's kind of hilarious. Ah, Redulus, hello.
His memory comes to you like a hound to its master. Your name is Redulus, and you are God-woken. But you know that you can never be divine. You are in love with Tarian, your rival, and that love makes you weak. You hear rumors of a god-king who would free you to be with Tarian. You seek the Chancellor's knowledge of this king, but when you find the Chancellor, he lies dead. A figure stands over him. Lucian, the great divine. He smiles at you and bids you approach him. He lays a hand upon your shoulder, and his blade slices your gut. As you fall, poor Redulus, you know that you will never see your Tarian again.
Show him where the spirit of Tarian may be found. Give him the belief that he is free to go.
Redulus awakens as if from a daze. He takes what would have been a breath, were he still alive, and breaks into a run.
I don't think I've ever done this, by the way.
The lovers stare into each other's eyes, together at last. Tarion registers your presence for the first time. She smiles at you in gratitude.
Smile back. They have your best wishes.
Redulus gives you a nod of acknowledgement. You know they'll leave now for the Hall of Echoes.
Nice.
They turn to each other.
Fantastic. Medium resist all is not bad. I think I'll take it, actually. That's an incredibly useful potion. This one? No, this one. That's what I was trying to do when I pointed it out to her, but the fact that I have to point it out to both of them is certainly interesting, and I like that fact. Okay. I'm actually going to level up here, because why not? I think we go... double into memory. Then here, Arrow is sitting on 6. Hydro is sitting on 6. I want to get to 5 polymorph. I want apotheosis, so let's do that. That gives me another point in here. Let's put it into wits. I want 5 persuasion, just always. Probably not a horrible idea. And then here we need... Savage Sortilege. All magical skills have a critical chance. So if we look back here, we have a 24% critical chance. Which is quite good. So 24% of the time we're going to be critting with our spells, which is huge. How much more is my crit damage? That's something I can tell. Is it based off... No, it's based off Scoundrel, I think. Yeah, 20% yeah, 20% multiplier, so you're doing 0.2 times the amount of damage? Or 1.2 times the amount of damage? I kind of want more poly on her as well, I think. What's her Geo on? 6. Arrow is on 4. Hydro is on 4. Up your Hydro. She needs to be a bit more scaled out than he does, is the problem here. Intelligence is maxed, so memory is maxed. Just pump him into wits. And then here we want... I don't know what we want. Thievery, I guess? Sure. And here... Same thing, we want Savage Sortilege. But now they're going to be critting. I've just upped my damage potential incredibly, by the way. Being able to crit with spells is... enormous. Hello, Chancellor.
Welcome to the Forbidden Library. Do not fear the truth, though it smash your world to pieces. Do not fear the truth about the gods.
Ask him if he knows a student by the name of Redulus.
Redulus sought the secrets of the gods. Redulus sought the God King, and Redulus died at Lucian's hand.
I mean, he's not wrong. I want the truth about the gods.
The gods destroy what they have made. You think them cruel, but they are not. They own us, and will do with us what they must.
Nobody owns me.
A thought arrives from deep within. A single word. Lies. Hunger rises deep within.
Nope.
The hunger dies.
I refuse to do it simply because she wants me to. So there's an ancient tome here. Let's grab that. There is a bow and a girdle. More tablets, as it were. I'm just gonna grab all this shit and then read through all of them. Getting some relatively powerful, might as well grab that as well while I'm here. Nothing. Ancient Depository, book, and Tome of Veteran. Alright, let's read all these, shall we? Ancient Tome, The Secret of the Gods. I've seen them with my own eyes, and I've discovered the truth. The 7 are keeping a secret. While we worship them as saviors, they feed on us like cattle. It is all of our source that keeps them alive. They consume the very lifeblood of individuals, families, villages, kingdoms. Also that they may live on in perpetuity. Also that we cannot be sated by the source, we should rightfully keep for ourselves. The god are thieves, and we are victims. The gods are liars, and we ignorant sheep. The gods are masters, and we their slaves. When you champion a god, you are championing no less than your own weakness. When you worship, you sentence your neighbours to death. You will only be free when you abandon them, as they have abandoned us. L, presumably Lucian. And he's not entirely wrong, but he went about it a rather evil way.
You feel lightheaded. The gods now seem like tyrants, feeding upon their worshipper's source, like their cattle raised to be slaughtered.
You can't help but feel somewhat taken aback by being treated as no more than a pawn, especially when one's the king on the board. Oh, interesting, she doesn't have voice acting here. Jump to a conclusion and you might fall off a cliff. People do what they do for a lot of reasons. There might be more to this story. There very well might be. That's fair, Moisa. Tome of the Swornbreaker. The book describes the crafting of the Swornbreaker and, more importantly, its destruction. A scythe powerful enough to challenge the will of a god. It was broken in two, both haft and blade, and hidden on the Nameless Isle, safely out of mortal hands. Thunderstorm, we already know that. Losa cannot quite learn that yet, but she'll be able to learn it sooner or later. Rhymes of the Scribe, remind yourself, living efficiently means living more deeply. Make one's bed in the morning, take care of business as soon as one can, get one's crafting done early, that one may have more items to use and fewer to carry. We just learned a few spells, that's interesting. This is the book bag, right? Yep. Opening the book, you can see it was a meticulously laid out treatise of some kind, but its pages have been covered in angry scrawl, leaving the original text illegible. Of the furious script covering it, you can only make out a few words: traitor, betrayal, apostate, traitor, heretic, traitor, traitor, traitor. It's only when you reach the end of the book that you find a coherent sentence. It mourns the fact that my people have been cast to the void. It swears revenge on backstabbing lords, and says they will suffer the darkness they have unleashed on the world. I will be king again. Fucking scrollings of the God King.
And sooner than you think.
Okay, Dremalik.
Losa is pale and damp with sweat, but something has changed in her eyes. She seems more like herself.
We're getting close, Chief.
You ready for what comes next?
For choosing the next divine, you mean? Yeah, I'm ready. I hope you are too. I think...
She stops short, her eyes flashing back, then normal, then black again. She turns away, covering her face.
We shouldn't talk about this now. I'll be fine. I just need to concentrate.
She's having real trouble at this point. God damn. I feel so sorry for her. Tome of the Godslayer. The volume lists a great many weapons and their origins. It is not a thickly paged book. However, it is fully open to a page that has been clearly read and reread. It has been known by many names in many languages. Now it is called Anathema. A blade capable of killing the first target it touches, yet no more than that. A crystalline sword that could do so much damage as to destroy a god, but would lie dormant forever thereafter. Interesting. Black Shroud, I'm going to learn Black Shroud because I can. Puffball, the Puffball mushroom is renowned, blah blah blah, don't really care, put that with my books. And Tome of the Aeteran. This complicated set of schematics details the function of the Aeteran. One drawing shows several celestial beings bowing to the device. Interesting. Let's keep all of these. Don't need this. I probably want that identified before I sell it. Alright, so now we're pretty much onto the point where I can finish up this place and leave, but first things first, that'll go there, that'll go down there. That'll hit that. Okay. It's doable. First things first, I am actually going to go to the Lady Vengeance. Hail, Mira.
Something on your mind, darling?
Have a Swornbreaker.
Darling. Why, I can't remember the last time someone showed me such kindness. Maybe even never. When it matters most, I will stand alongside you. I promise. After all, I am soon to be a free woman. I can choose to follow whomever I wish now.
She immediately does that. Wow, she gives you some good shit for that. So we have some wondrous gloves that give fire resistance, poison resistance, telekinesis, initiative, and critical chance. All pretty good. Not quite as good as the Knight of Amadia's gloves, however. Next we have the squashes, which are pretty good boots that give fire resistance, water resistance, sneaking, initiative, and dodge. We have a hat that gives... Whoa, 2 intelligence, 1 huntsman, arrow third, summoning, immunity to silenced, and immunity to blinded. I think that's probably what we're going for. And divine right, which is also amazing. 2 wits, warfare, huntsman, arrow third, and geomancer. Ooh, it's a hard choice. I think we go with this one, though. Immunity to blinded and immunity to silenced is pretty amazing. Arrow summoning were also relatively useful. Yeah. So the thing is, a ring you're often going to keep longer, so that would be nice to have, but the hat is a direct upgrade like right now. So I'm going to use it. Okay. Don't need the Waste Slayer, even though it's amazing. Giant Rock Rune, don't care. Spider Legs, I don't care about. Bloodstorm, pretty cool. I believe this requires what? Yeah, 3 Hydro, 3 Necro. Kind of amazing spell, I'm going to take it. Yeah, sure. I think what we do is we swap these 2 around. Like that, I think. We are, however, I've just remembered, in a fact where I've got like... Well, that actually takes up all my slots now. But Losa should get 1 more. She does indeed. What do I want to learn with that 1 more spell? I don't rightly know. There'll be something in here that she needs, though. Well, not necessarily that she needs, but will be helpful. I can give her Fireball. That gives her a bit more fire damage. Fire Whip is also pretty good. Fire Whip is actually way more damage. 825 fire damage. Huh. I guess Fireball is an area of effect, so you can hit multiple people, is the difference there. Well, Fireball only takes 2 action points, also a point worth noting. I think we go Fireball, and then we swap that around here, obviously. Like that. Whew. That was worth it, the amount of shit we got there. Still not high enough level to get Apotheosis, unfortunately. How's this hat look? Amazing is what this hat looks like. Jesus, that looks so cool. What the hell? That's a cool hat. I've never seen that model in this game before. Like, never. I don't think I've ever seen that model. That's amazing. Anything else?
Something on your mind, darling?
I don't think so. Except some things to sell, and you can't identify these. That's fine. Sell some shit.
Do what you must in this place, sorcerer.
Hey, Tarquin.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
That's what progress is made with Anathema.
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident.
Cool. Alright, so let's travel to... Luna Gate? No, Academy of the Seven, that's what I want. couple of things I want to do before we end. Sorry for the slight busy work we're doing at the moment. Because that's literally what I'm doing before I end the episode.
Illuminated gaze upon you. The light within it flickers for a moment. It addresses you, garbled in places.
Oh, his gold is reset. That's interesting. Huntsman Pyro Arrow is pretty good. That I don't care about though. I don't know what it is, but I don't care about it. Cool. Godwoken. Hello. Alright, so we have this ring here, which is probably better on her, I think. Yeah, better than Pyro Geo.
Attend to your studies.
Which is that one, so let's replace let's replace that. Probably sell that.
The automaton fixes its illuminated gaze upon you. The light within it flickers for a moment. It addresses you, garbled in places.
Godwoken.
Cool. So, we're sitting with nearly 100,000 gold, which is good. Because when you go into the last act, you need a lot of gold. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, we're actually going to continue the story, which... I said that for the past 3 episodes, that we were going to come in here and actually complete the story, but now we're actually going to do it next episode. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please leave a like, all that kind of stuff, and I shall see you next time.